Josh, you've been at the club for a few weeks now. How have you found it so far?
Yeah, really good. I think it always helps when there's a good staff around it, a good feel around the building. So like I say, it always helps you settle in quickly, but now I've been made to feel really welcome.
Been a big period of change for the academy, sort of staffing changes in particular. How have you found that, and how pleased are you with the kind of setup as it is going forward?
Yeah, like I say, some big changes, obviously myself including that coming in, so obviously I'm only looking at it from fresh eyes. Obviously we've got a mission of what we're trying to do, we've got a strategy with it, and like I say, so far there's been a good feel around the place, a lot of people on board with it, a lot of people buying in and trying to put to task what we're laying down for it. So yeah, it's been a really good first impression of it, and like I say, I think everyone's on the same route with it now, and everyone's on board with it. So hopefully we get the outcome of that quite positive as we go in the near future.
Tell us about the role then in player development and what you're tasked with.
Yeah, so obviously head of player development, mainly between the 15s to 18s, but still very aware of what's going on underneath that as well. And yeah, like I said, with that, just trying to maximise the individual as much as we can. As we say, we try and help the teams as much as we can, but it's always going to be individuals that make the debuts rather than the teams. So again, it's probably part of my remit when I'm watching sessions, delivering sessions as well, just making sure we're maximising individuals within that. So yeah, basically with that, just driving and trying to make sure we are maximising everything we can in the time the boys are here as well.
And a lot of changes to help that, not necessarily on the pitch, but changes off the pitch that are going to allow more time for training, education stuff alongside it as well, and that can only be a positive.
Yeah, massively. Like I say, it's very important that they cover all the bases. Like I say, it's a very hard industry to break into, so we need to make sure everything's boxed off education-wise, whether that be younger groups at school, making sure we get the reports and all them being fine, and obviously in the 18s as well, making sure they're on top of their college stuff. But yeah, as much as we can, it's been great, and the education team are really good here. They've allowed us to maximise as much time as we can out on the pitch and trying to help the boys improve and add to the game all the time.
Have you found the kind of the culture here and the way things are set up in that age group that you're particularly tasked with? Because the younger lads get a lot of opportunities with the 18s as well, and obviously then that bridges that gap close to the first team.
Yeah, like you said there with it, it's trying to find any way we can to try and bring them up physically up to speed, because the 18s to the first team is quite a big gap. It's a big jump up in physicality, so we're doing everything we can in terms of 18s. We've seen some 16s feature heavily already in the squads, which is what we're trying to do. Obviously, as we go along in the season, there's no doubt we've got a really good under-15s group as well, which we'll go and strive and try and break into that 18 side as well. And that's what we're looking to try and do, put them in as many scenarios as we can and stretch them as much as we can, managing that at the same time. And just like I say, trying to do anything we can to bridge that gap and bring them up physically towards a level, stretch them technically as well.
Big thing that supporters are interested in obviously is who's going to make that progression. We don't need to discuss names and things like that, but how do you assess the talent pool that you're working with?
Good. Like I say, I think certainly across those three groups, there's arguments for quite a few within there that, like I say, it's a long journey, and it's very early days with them, but a lot of them show the right stuff across the three age groups that we're hoping in 2 or 3 years' time we start to see the fruition of that. I think with the under-15s now, they've really been stretched over pre-season, took on some top opposition, Cat 1s, going down to London, etc., and having some really positive performance individually and as a team. So again, it's just us keep trying to find those ways to stretch them and bring them through. But yeah, it does look bright over the three groups. So again, long road with it, but we keep continuing to work hard as a staff, just as well as the players, and hopefully it brings the rewards.
Tell us a bit about your background in the game.
So I had a playing background within it, played across different levels, played a little bit of non-league into the pro game, up to Scotland, so I've been quite well versed and rounded in my experiences. Played with Greenie, who obviously does the 18s down at Oldham. So I like to think obviously I can give good experience to the lads across quite a bit of different experience I've had really, and that led me into my coaching. Over at Harrogate, went in and doing the 18s there, and a bit as the academy manager as well. which then led me to Barnsley, leading the YDP up there, which again, another great experience, different age groups to help me and my learning. And obviously led me on now to Doncaster. So yeah, I've always been in the game. It's all I know. It's all I wouldn't know, so it's a good job I'm in it. But no, I love it. So yeah, hopefully can bring something in, add something to Doncaster Rovers.
It's important, isn't it, to be able to bring that personal experience that you've had in your playing days and apply that to helping to develop the young lads and all the experiences and challenges that they'll come up against.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if you can kind of relate to the lads and empathise them a little bit with, you've had that journey, and I certainly had some knockbacks within my journey within that, and like I say, different experiences. And it does get you, I feel, a little bit of a buy-in with the lads. Only that, because then you've got to show that how you're going to improve and how you're going to help them. But yeah, I think it certainly can help you if you can relate to the lads and what they're going through at different age phases there, like I say, between the 15s and 18s, different experiences. It always helps if you can just lend that hand and share your experiences with them as well, I feel, which we've got quite a lot of that around the building as well, with obviously Greeny with the 18s, Woodsley being around the 15s to 18s, John Buckley. We've got, if I've forgot anyone there, but we've got tons of experience and different expertise with guys we've brought in as well, and the solid, good coaches we have in all the age groups. What
does success for you look like in this role?
Success looks like bringing a few through to the first team. That's the job, that's the role, that's the remit. So again, if we can obviously within that develop the people and the players as we go with that, all of them aren't going to play for Doncaster Rovers, we know that. But if we can develop as much as we can, that they go and have even a career where they get paid, is success for some as well. Some might go away from this and go into different backgrounds, but if we can give them a solid background in and life skills is absolutely massive. But like I say, the ultimate success and the ultimate judgment will be in how many we can get out there on the Eco Power on a Saturday afternoon.
Clubs and the academy in particular, of course, have obviously put a lot of focus then into making sure that the players that do leave here, whether they go on and progress into professional football a lot or not, that they're leaving with as many opportunities available to them as possible. And that's got to be a factor in it, because we know the statistics of how many will make it across the game. But, you know, setting them up for the rest of their life is a big part of your role as well. Oh, massively, yeah. Yeah, like I say, I can't remember the stat now, it was 1% at some point. And it's such a tough industry to break in. And like I say, as soon as we're in here, like there are lads, we care for them in whatever it do, whether one goes and plays 200 games for Doncaster or one doesn't make a single minute, it's still the same value, the same care, the same attention gets put into those boys. And like I say, it's our duty, it's a big responsibility that we're developing them just as much off the pitch as we are on it. But you'll find a lot of the on the pitch stuff, the resilience and character stuff does reflect on the off the pitch. So again, we're quite high over our standards and our demands, but it's always from kind of a good place in making sure whatever these boys do, they leave the building and they've got something to take with them, they've learned life lessons with it as well. You're confident with the structure that's been put in place? Now, obviously, early stages of a lot of it, but everything's on the right track for a bright future for the academy. Yeah, absolutely. I think, like I say, it's all pointing in the right direction with it. Some really good people in the building, blends of different experience, like I've spoke about. And yeah, I've had nothing but a good feel for it so far. So I think if everyone does as much as they can, works as hard as they can, we're asking that of the players, we do that as staff, then I'm pretty sure we'll be in a good place.